Hi, I'm Natalie. I am a first-year student at IUP. Just a little over 8 months ago, I was packing my bags. I was about to move 2 hours away from home. I was moving away from my family, my friends, my dog. So it's a little bit overwhelming, and I was anxious and scared. Although something in me told me that I was ready to come here. And it was almost like I had a reason or a purpose to be here. A week after I moved in, I stepped into Saving Grace for the first time with my teammates, my best friends, and it was a morning like no other. I felt full. I felt at ease. I felt calmed. A few weeks ago, Joe and I were talking, and he was like, "How did you come to school so grounded in your faith?" And I kind of wanted to laugh and ask him to repeat himself, because prior to that first day I walked into Saving Grace, I couldn't tell you the last time I went to church. Don't get me wrong, I went when I was younger. I, would open up my Bible sometimes, I would pray sometimes, and I always thought I knew Jesus, but that was until I came here and I started to live for him, and then I started to know Jesus. Last fall, I came across a verse that said, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." And then it hit me that back in August, I wasn't coming to a new place all alone. I had my God with me the whole time. The same God who knit me together in the womb, the same God who's loved me my whole life, and the same God that's with me right now. In the same conversation with Joe, he looked at me and said, "Are you generally a happy person? You seem to be." And I responded with something along the lines of, "Yeah, life's too short to get caught up on the little things," which is true, and I've always been that type of person to find the good. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 says, "So I conclude there's nothing better than to be happy and enjoy ourselves for as long as we can." One thing that's helped me find that good thing in my days, or to value time a little bit more, or to just find the little things in my life that are just make me happy, has to have gratitude in all situations. Gratitude brings joy. Thanking God for anything and everything has the ability to bring pure joy. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 says, "Always be joyful. Never stop praying. Be thankful in all circumstances. For this is God's will for you who belong to Jesus Christ." It says right there, be thankful in all circumstances. I'm stressed about finals coming up and projects that are due, but thank you, God, for giving me the opportunity to come to school and to learn and to better myself. I woke up this morning, I was all congested and my eyes are all puffy from allergies, and I can't help but thank God for the warm weather and the flowers that are blooming. I'm nervous to be talking right now up here in front of you all, but the moment I thanked God for this chance to share what he's done in my life, I felt more at ease. In Philippians chapter 1, Paul gives thanks to God. He doesn't thank God while sitting on a bench on a nice summer day. He thanks God while he's in prison. And this is the same man who was in prison for preaching the gospel of Jesus, but he still thanks God. That's something that really inspired me and kind of moved me in a way that I didn't really think of things that way. In early January, I injured my foot at the midst of winter training. I felt defeated, frustrated, and I even questioned, why is this happening to me? I came back to campus after break, and my trainer threw me in a boot, and it was no running until further notice. I didn't get back into somewhat regular training until mid-March, but the one thing that got me through those 2 months was praising God for the trainer getting me back on the right track, coaches willing to work with me, teammates to cheer on from the sidelines, and the support they gave me in return. The injury was enough to take away both my indoor and outdoor track seasons this year. Although it was frustrating, and I didn't quite understand why, I couldn't help but thank God for the legs that allowed me to run in the first place. Not only has my injury been healed, but over the span of the last week, I ran more miles than any other week in my life. We don't always understand why things go one way and not the other, or why we get this and not that, but we can always thank God for what he does give us. I thank God for this community, my teammates and my friends, this here church, Next Level Faith at IUP, and everybody else that has helped me grow in my relationship with Jesus. Indiana has helped me grow closer to God, and God helped this place feel a little bit more like home.